Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be
Hey Chris,
just a made up
this
word.
is the end of
Thank
the
God,
season.
this is the end.
Working through this.
Let's get the introduction out of the way, and then I'll tell you why we're happy.
Okay.
So, welcome to Everyman's Guide to Nerddom, where we are two 30 to 40-something-year-olds who talk about pretty much whatever we want. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle. And if you guys would like to be a part of the community, join the Discord. Link is in the show notes down below. Discord's a free application. It is a great way to communicate with the rest of the people in the community. So other like-minded nerds, we got a good Discord server going, lots of activity going, lots of topics to talk about, whatever you guys are into, comics, anime, Star Wars, video games, ball sports, Funkos, Legos. You want it, it's there. If there's something that you guys would like us to add in, just let us know and we can throw that in as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Also, if you'd like to hang out with Chris and I live and in person, we do stream on Twitch. Chris over there in Guyvered Unit 01, GUYVERUNT 01, myself under KSIG, K_SIG. We try to stream every weekend, every Friday and Saturday. Schedules are up and down and randomly, so just when you get in there, find our channel, follow, turn on the notifications. You'll know when we go live. Usually we go live together.
We're funny.
When we can. And then also for this show, whatever platform you guys are watching on, do the same thing. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, hit the share button. That's a big thing for us. We would love for you guys to share this if you guys are enjoying the content. Even if you don't, share it. Like if you're like, oh, this is terrible, put it on other people as well, so more people can not enjoy it.
This is terrible.
It's just terrible. But so yeah, you guys get on that, and we are finally at the end of a long-running series that we've been doing for 16 weeks now.
Jesus Christ. Don't get us wrong. This is one of our favorite series. We love it so much.
It's hard to talk about.
It is hard to talk about, and we have been going. We're ready for a change. I think you guys are ready for a change. I know that's not what you all want to hear. You're like, no, be excited about it. We are excited.
I'm so excited to be done with it.
So scared.
But man, this has been a good run on Bad Batch.
It has been a good run.
I've really enjoyed this season. We get to a conclusion of this season. We do know that there's a third season coming out,
which is the finale.
So how this one wrapped up, we're going to get into it. Big spoiler alert. If you guys haven't watched the episode and you don't want to be spoiled, because there's lots of cool things and big things that happen.
Too bad.
Go back and watch it, or just listen to it anyway, and just absorb the content through us. Let us.
I was going to say, too bad. It's been done for like a month or so.
Yeah, well, you're out of luck now. If you're waiting on us, don't do that.
No,
but man, this is a good episode.
A good
Such a good episode.
So, I will tell you all, we've got something planned. B-Rob and I went to a Comic-Con, so we're going to talk about that next episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to meet D. Bradley Baker, and I told him how much you and I enjoy his Wrecker one-liners.
Nice.
So, yeah. So
yeah,
we'll
you guys
discuss that.
make sure you follow so you can catch that. So the next episode after this one, which will come out on the 19th, I believe, we'll be talking with Chris. Hopefully, is B-Rob going to be good to be on?
Yeah,
hopefully.
Yeah, B-Rob. Well,
we
just need to let him know and set a time. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got Chris and B-Rob and their experiences at Dallas Comic-Con. So I've heard a little bit of the preview of it. It's going to be interesting. I promise.
So
it'll be
we're
very
not going to say
interesting.
it's good. We're not going to say it's bad. We're just going to say
it'll be entertaining.
Yeah.
Lots of butt
definitely
cheeks.
be entertaining.
Lots of butt cheeks. So
lots of butt cheeks, mostly mine.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't even cosplaying. He was just hot.
Dude, shit. What was he cosplaying as? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
So yeah. So
you could. Oh, I know what you could have done. And for the next one, oh my God, this is perfect. So there's all kinds of mashups. Before we even get into this, and this I probably should save for next week, but I gotta get it out right now. You see all these mashups, like the Jedi Jack Skellington that you saw, and all these other things, like things fusing together to make a cosplay. So
a cos baby.
So we were talking about it being hot, right? So first off, we get Data,
right?
And
Short Round.
fused with Daisy Duke. You have Data Duke. So you can wear your shorty shorts, right? Huh?
Fused. First, you got to do the first fusion of Short Round and Data, and then Daisy Duke.
So you're gonna do three? You're gonna do a three-way?
Well, you have
Short
the
round.
mashup first, but then you could be like, no time for Daisy Dukes, Dr. Love.
That's a lot to keep up with. I think you can
Yeah.
pull it off though. I'm
Sure.
just here for Data Duke. So
Data Duke, Data Duke, Data Duke.
yeah, we get you some shorty shorts, utility belt. You'll be set.
All the
If you
utility
want,
belt
if you
does is
guys
pull
want
your
to see
shorts up
Chris to,
more.
if you guys want to see that the next Comic-Con that we can attend, Chris be Data Duke. I'm putting you on the spot now, totally without your permission. We need like, I don't know, 100 likes on this episode. We'll do that.
Oh man, the lines will be a hell of a lot shorter to get autographs.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I would just make sure I'm in line ahead of you. So.
Oh no. I'm gonna make sure that I bring stuff and I'm constantly dropping it.
Oops.
Oops, what is that? They go, oh, that's his goop pooch.
Oh,
Gooch
it's a
pooch.
booby trap. No, it's a booty trap.
It's a booty trap. Oh, girl.
That's what. Oh, you can get that like bedazzled on the back of your shorts. It says booty
It's
trap.
a booty trap. And then on the front, it just says, it's a trap.
That's a trap.
It's a trap.
So Bad
so-
Batch, right?
Bad Batch, episode 16. The aptly named Plan 99. We remember that we called Plan 88 2 episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
What was Plan 88?
Plan 88 was going to hiding. They're after you.
And then what was the underlying theme for Sharpshooter for season 1? What was his saying?
Good soldiers follow orders.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we went from Good Soldiers Follow Orders to Sharpshooter, aka Crosshair.
Mm-hmm.
Sending out it wasn't really an SOS, it was a warning of
Yeah,
Plan
he wasn't asking for help. He was telling like, hey,
going to hiding.
go into
They're
hiding.
looking for
Get down
you.
there. Yeah.
And now we are on Plan 99.
Plan 99, and we'll find out what that is as we go through the episode. It's going to be so
Let's
good.
start. So
Bum, bum, bum.
this has been such a good run. So we're
We'll pick
back
it. Yeah,
at
we're
the
right back
base
on the
Okay.
ski lift.
Yep. Yeah, recap where we are real quick.
Okay, so conveniently there were 2 attacks on this this little base here. So we had our Bad Batch guys going in, and we also had
Saw Gerrera.
Saw Gerrera. And so they were playing like where we're at right now is the aftermath of that, with things blowing up, Batch trying to escape. There's this like it looks like a gondola ski lift thing that for anybody that listens from Bells, think Bells or like any ski resort town where there's ski lift. So they're escaping, right?
Disney World.
Disney
anywhere.
World, monorail.
What was that?
Monorail.
What was it called again?
Monorail.
Mono.
Rail. So God, it's been like I bet it's been 15 years since I've seen that episode or longer. Oh my God.
Okay, we gotta rewatch that one.
So
That's such a great one. I am
they're escaping right now.
escape.
Well, they're really not. They're stuck. If I remember right. Are they stuck?
They're trying to escape.
They're trying to escape, and their escape got paused. So there's, you know what those kind of look like?
What?
So okay, for you guys that don't know, we're watching this on a group watch right now. There we go. So we're at about 50 seconds into the episode where they're stuck on the gondola, and I don't remember which testicle they're trapped in here, but it's like a ski lift nutsack. Is kind of what it looks like.
It is because there's 2 of them and they both independently hang.
Yeah, they're just hanging out. Well, they're connected in the middle.
They're connected in the middle.
By a thin layer, but they're there, right?
That's the thin layer of gooch.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
It's the gooch line.
that's where we are. They're just stuck in the sack. Space
Aren't
sack.
we all?
Mm-hmm. We are.
Oh, look what's around them. You know what that is?
Clouds?
Chassis.
No, it's not. I'm boycotting chassis. I'm upset. I'm upset with them.
Okay, so the batch is stuck. If we remember that troopers, the stormtroopers were shooting at them last
Mhm.
episode.
Yeah.
Somehow they're not now.
Well, no, they're stuck. There was another one behind them. Like
Yeah,
there
but they were
was,
shooting at them.
yeah, there they go. They're shooting at them.
Oh, now they are.
Yeah, you're just a little premature on the sack there.
Well,
So they're trying to bust free.
I want to break free.
So they said the explosions knocked out the power to the rail line, and they're back there trying to fix it. You got Echo doing his thing with his little nubbin.
His nub.
Yeah.
And
I mean, at this point, they don't know how safe they are because it's stormtroopers shooting at them. They're okay. They don't know this yet. This hasn't really been established.
Yeah, they don't know that they're completely fine.
Yeah, they could just like hang out the window and they'll be all right. So we got Tech climbing to they're trying to restore power. So
he's at the top of the sag.
Yeah, he's up at the
he's at the base. The shaft.
Would it be? Yeah, okay. You know, when they designed this, you know, when they designed this, there was somebody that's like, you know what that looks like? She's like, shh, don't worry about it. We're going to get it through QA.
We're going to get it past Kathleen Kennedy.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she signed off on it. Like, yeah.
Maybe. She might be getting divorced. Who knows? So Tech's scaling this, and he jumps across to the control panel.
He's very nimble.
Safe.
Yeah. He's very, very nimble nerd.
Which is very surprising, actually. Yep. And there's just a firefight going on, and you see stormtroopers going down. And then we see the maintenance guy saying 6 detonations confirmed. You know, this is down. And then you see one of the stormtroopers, the one with the red sides, come up and talk to him and say, sir, we've engaged the insurgents trapped on the rail line.
So they don't know that there's 2 separate things going on.
No.
Which may or may not work in people's favor.
And then it's not Moff, it's Governor Tarkin at this point says, send in air support, shoot them down. And then the lieutenant says, but sir, our own troops are trapped on that rail line. This is where we really get more insight. We've gotten more insight into Tarkin, but now this is just pure on any means done for the glory of the Empire, piss off everyone else.
Yeah. For the greater good. I guess it's for the greater evil at this point.
But that's the thing. They think they're good.
Do they really? They're like, yeah, we're doing good things.
It's if you listen, if you go back and look back at Tarkin's speeches, it's all for the greater good of the people. The people don't know what they want. It's like any dictator in history.
You think they sit around their little galactic water coolers in the morning, like they show up to work and they got their coffee and they're drinking and they're like, are we the bad guys? Like, are we really doing Steve? You think?
And Steve goes, no, I think we're doing good.
We're doing fine. All right. Well, that's why Steve's in maintenance. And so,
and here comes Boba Fett.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about him next week. But yeah, like they just sit around like, yeah, we're doing good things. We're really making the galaxy a better place. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think we are.
We're doing good things. I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of us. We've accomplished a lot as a team. You think they have those like team building meetings?
I think they do.
With like Tarkin leading in and like, okay, I need everybody to get a piece of paper and just write down, if you could make one change to the Empire, what would it be? And we'll put it in the hat. They got this like, I don't know, like clone trooper helmet that's still kind of bloody. And they just like drop all the suggestions in and they shake it up and they slowly draw them out one at a time.
And then once a month,
no,
they can't talk until they get the helmet and they're beating on it.
It's like a drum circle.
It's like a drum circle.
You can't speak unless you're holding a helmet.
But I want to.
Empire team building would be just an awesome little one-off thing.
That'd be great. And then Storms would love that.
You know, they're like on the edge of the bases, and they're like a trust fall. Yeah, well, don't trust the stormtrooper. A bunch of Wilhelm screams just over and over again.
And then, oh, I forgot. Thank you everyone for joining us. With the most insurgents tortured this week is Kyle from accounting.
Good job.
Because he really stuck it to them. He overcharged them and they paid it. They didn't question.
Don't forget the team building ropes course on indoor is next Saturday. So we
Num.
little
The Ewoks are dressed up like in little shorts.
Little known part of the indoor economy there is they have a lot of team building retreats. Oh my
If you're
god!
not going good, they throw that little bola at you and just he's gone. Bye, Steve.
All right, so we made 3 minutes into the episode. Oh god. We said like we're gonna fly through this one. No, we're not.
We're not. And Moff is like, Tarkin's like, I'm aware. Do it.
Kill him.
So then you see stormtroopers, 3 V-wings loading up.
Like they're like enthusiastic about this mission now.
Absolutely.
Like, all right. There's probably some dude they hate on there. Like that's where Jimmy's at.
Jimmy never paid me for those concert tickets.
He took my Mantel mix out of the break room refrigerator.
I had Steve bring that back for me when he went on vacation.
They just go by blasting the car like screw you.
Jimmy goes, I put it on your desk. It's on your keyboard.
Yep. Too late now.
Sorry. So basically they're firing and they're taking out the clamps on the rails.
The clamps.
Clamp! I'm gonna get you.
Not the clamp.
Not the clamp. We're gonna clamp you. Can I clamp him down the bottom? So Tech does his thing, grapples across to the rail car, and he's riding that shaft now.
Just riding it.
And then Hunter takes aim and hits the engine, or one of the wings, one of the joints for one of the V-wings.
Shoots down a V-wing with a pistol blaster.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So now we got the cart's being disconnected. Tech is in a precarious position. Yeah. Because he was, out there trying to get things up and going. He's not so graceful now. Well, of course, the whole thing is falling. He deploys his Star Wars back grapple thing. So he's hanging by a cable off the end of the cart. And Tech, they're all like, get in, Tech. And Tech's like, hold on, I got to start my music. And he's playing the Mission Impossible theme song while he's hanging there. And he says like tick, 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 tick. He's like 30 feet down on that cable. And
he's low.
Yeah, this is terrible gym class rope exercise all over again. It's like, beat a cable. And Rector was looking down on him. We still got very terrible stormtroopers shooting. They're doing all right. They've done better.
They felt better.
Phew. And they're actually hitting their shots and hitting the clamps. Like they can't hit anything else. But Echo's noticing, the cart's being ripped from the track. Wrecker and Omega's there, looking down on Tech. But it's that kind of classic, car on the edge of a cliff scene where like all the weight starts shifting towards the back.
Yep. And Wrecker happens to be standing in the back. Yeah,
let's send the biggest guy we have to offset the weight to the back, to the negative, where we don't need it to go. Then go ahead.
6 more V-wings show up. Don't forget about that.
Yeah,
so they're in a bad position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a bad feeling about this. They're in a terrible spot. And Tech's telling him to sever the connection, telling Wrecker to sever the connection because he's helping pull him down. And Wrecker's like, not until you're up here. And they just keep dropping and dropping and dropping. And Tech says, "There's no time, Wrecker. Plan 99, which is the name of the episode."
Mm-hmm. And then we don't know we still don't know what Plan 99 is.
No.
And Wrecker goes, "Don't you do it, Tech."
Mm-hmm.
And Omega looks scared because she doesn't know, and Tech just sighs and he's looking down. And he goes, "When have we ever followed orders?" And then he looks up, takes aim, and shoots the what's left of the connection and severs it.
Yep.
And Tech is in free fall
Yep, with the cart above him.
Yeah.
I forgot. I didn't even really catch that when I saw it the first time.
I didn't either.
You can't see the ground. They're above the clouds.
Yeah, they're really high up.
He's just falling.
And so now we know Tech Plan 99 is
self-sacrifice.
Self-sacrifice for the greater good of the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
This forces the cart back on the shaft, connects, and it starts going. And Omega, Hunter's yelling, "Omega, go back." Omega's yelling, "Go back, go back." She's hurt.
Yeah.
Like
denial and hurt. Like she just saw Tech, like who she just connected with a couple episodes ago. Yep. Time frame wise, we don't know how long ago it was. It's probably a couple months before this in their time. Sacrificed himself so the rest of them could live.
Mm-hmm. And then the cart's damaged right now, like bad, and it's smoking and it's going way too fast. Hunter yells out, "It's going too fast," and it crashes into the end.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing you know, the screen goes blank, and we see the cart laying in the forest.
Yep. They made it to the bottom, and they all look pretty rough. Omega wakes up first. Probably good thing she had her helmet on.
Yeah. Always safety first, kids.
Yeah, safety first. Put on your helmet before you go crashing through the woods.
Then we see Echo climbing out of the cart. We see Hunter on the ground. And Omega is hurt. She is just limping. She's like, tick. And then she hits the ground pretty hard and then passes out.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, we start hearing like distant sounds, and it's the typical wake up scene.
Yeah.
And you hear Omega just going, and Hunter's like, "Omega, he's hurt too."
Yeah. They're all hurt. They went flying through that, like they crashed hard.
Yeah. And she's going in and out of consciousness.
I like this scene just because you're getting the in and out, the flashes, they're battling, and it's just her coming in and out of consciousness, and it's all shaky. Like it looks really cool
from her point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So they're yelling, "Get to the Marauder!" It's them in a firefight trying to get the person who's going in and out of consciousness. And like any movie, any TV show we've seen,
it's very like Saving Private Ryan-y.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Saving little Omega.
Mm-hmm. So they make it to the Marauder, and she's still woozy.
Mm-hmm.
They said Azzy can help her, so
he's like, go to Ord Mantell.
Yeah,
which is really important to know.
Mm-hmm. So get back to Ord Mantell.
We need the mix.
They need the mix.
Rekka's hungry.
Rekka's got up. Oh, never mind. It's just a black screen. I'm like, did we freeze?
No, and it goes black for like 15 seconds.
Yeah,
like black and like.
I think they were over budget, and they're like, "Hey, we got to cut a little bit out."
Let's cut a little bit out. Then she wakes up, and Hunter's sitting there next to her. He's like, "Hey, kid," and she's like, "Where are we?" And then you see Azzy, and he's Azzy. It's like, "Hello, Omega, and I'm here to help. You've sustained multiple injuries. You all make a full recovery with proper treatment and rest." And she's trying to figure out where she's at. And Wrecker comes in. He's in a neck brace. He's like, "You're okay. Don't scare us like that again." It's bad if big bad Wrecker is in a neck brace, because that neck is thick.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's probably two of them like duct taped together. Huge neck.
They give her some might be blue milk to drink in a jug.
Yeah, it fixes everything.
And she's like, "We were in the rail car when," she's like, it just hit her. She's like, "Where's Tech?" I was like, "Omega, he didn't make it." And she's pulling we have to go back. What if he's hurt? He needs us. Tell him, Wrecker. And Wrecker just looks sad. Normally Wrecker's on her side and he doesn't say anything. Hunter's trying to comfort her, and it's like Omega, she's like, "No, Tech's not gone. He can't be." Again, you forget she's a teenage girl.
Yeah.
And she just starts crying.
Poor Wrecker and his like cone of shame. It's not really even a neck brace. It looks like what you put on a dog.
It's
To keep him, like-
it's to keep him from licking his wounds.
That's really what
He's
it
got-
is. His neck's probably fine. He probably just has a scratch on his shoulder.
He's trying to lick.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't reach it.
I'm gonna lick it.
I'm gonna lick it.
Oh, wait. Never mind.
And he's sniffing.
Wreck-It
He
Ralph
wipes
to
away
Lick
a
It
tear.
Larry. So
Lick it, Larry.
he
No,
probably
that goes
wouldn't
with
be
that
like, I want to lick it. He's probably like, I'm gonna lick it.
because of that controller I showed you.
Oh God.
Um,
You gotta post that in the Discord.
oh, I will. I'm waiting until after we talk about the trip.
Yep.
Because
okay.
I want this to be a surprise. You know what I mean? Because I think once you hear the episode, then get the visual, it's going to be that much better.
Mhm.
So this is just a sad scene. Omega's going through some feelings. She's got some big feelings right now. It's like he didn't save, he saved us. And he's like, Hunter's just explaining, Tech put the squad ahead of himself. He made a sacrifice and we're not going to waste it. Like,
yeah,
they're sad, but they're soldiers too. And Omega's like, and Omega's like, what are you talking about? And Hunter goes, the galaxy has changed and so have we.
Yeah.
Um,
this is something that she was eventually going to have to face. It probably wasn't. I wasn't expecting this close.
I wasn't either.
She's playing soldier now. She is a soldier. She's not playing soldier. She is a soldier.
She is a soldier.
And this comes with it. And so I was expecting her to face some loss at some point in time before the end of this. I was not thinking it was going to be at this magnitude at all.
I didn't either.
Like this threw me for a loop. But and we got to think, like, do we really think he's dead? I think yeah. Okay, so I'm like,
let's talk about this at the end.
We'll talk about it at the end. Okay.
Yeah. Because I know what I think.
Okay, we'll talk about we'll do that on the wrap up. So
this is a really important line. And they did a great job of animating Hunter's facial expressions.
Yeah.
He said it's time to put being soldiers behind us for good. So even though they're trying to be brave for Omega, you can see that, they're like,
they're done.
We're done. We've lost Sharpshooter. We've lost Tech. There's 3 of us left.
Yeah.
2 if you count the originals.
Yeah.
But he's just like, what do we do? This is a sad scene. It really is. And he's like, Wrecker, and I think Pabu could be a good place to make our new life for ourselves. You think without Tech going back, they're like, hey, it's the 2 funny dudes in 1A up there, and they're like, I'm Wrecker, this is my hetero life partner, Hunter. You think that's how? But they're wearing like matching fanny packs, and
they're just really living it up. Drinking,
they're living it up.
Got the little umbrellas.
Hawaiian shirt Wrecker.
I want to see that.
And then Hunter becomes the guy that's always wearing a Speedo, just smoking pot.
He just he ends up like Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
He's just got a shrimp boat. He kind of looks like him a little bit. Like
he kind of does.
He looks like post-war Lieutenant Dan, but with legs.
He makes Wrecker devein the shrimp, and Wrecker's just always like, why do I gotta depope these things all the time? That's
Wrecker's just talking about all the different ways that he can cook the shrimp.
We can put them in Mantel mix. Cassava juice. Bantha milk.
Here's out, Disney. We need that. We need that crossover. Hunter and Wrecker, but it's Forrest Gump.
Forrest
Forrest
Wrecker.
Gump, but it's Hunter and Wrecker. Yeah.
So-
Who would be Jenny?
B.
Would she? No, because we
Oh, no.
Sid.
No
Just
one's
make
really
Sid,
interested in
make
Wrecker,
Sid
though.
be Jenny just for the hell of it.
It's time to sleep together, Wrecker. He's like, you're all scaly.
Wrecker's like, is he like me? And it's just this like giant lizard kid just busting stuff
With one good eye.
One good eye.
And he's like, do you have Mantel mix?
Oh
Okay,
God.
Disney, again, this is really the crossover we need right now. We're bad.
I keep
No, we're-
seeing like Wrecker just dressed up, just sitting on a park bench.
Except we're on the island and he just starts running from one end of the island to the other.
Strong is as strong does.
And then I just started running.
Yeah.
And like, dude, you keep running through the middle of our living room. Go around.
Go around. Oh.
And Forrest Wrecker. I'm here for it. And then Hunter asked Omega, Omega, is that something
Sorry,
you
I
want?
interrupted your Dark Jedi meeting.
Yeah. And the next, you Dark Jedi.
Oh, I think I don't have anything left in me now. That one hurt.
Next thing we know, he's like, do you want this? And Omega goes, just like, mm-hmm. Next thing you know, we know where they're at because we see Sid sitting out there.
Well, we've seen that back room before too.
Yeah, but this
And
really
Aggie.
confirms it though.
Yeah, Sid's just chilling out front.
And then
She
her,
looks like she's at a Galactic Quickie Mart.
she really is, thanks,
squishy?
come again.
Do you want a squishy? Wrecker's like, I do.
I do. He just and I still love how that that dispenser of hers is the IG head. Like the
Upcycle.
assassin droids, it's an IG head or bounty hunter droid. Sid's just sitting there pouring herself a drink, probably swamp spit.
Probably.
Gives it, but then you're like, oh, she's giving it to Wrecker. And she's like, here, this one's on the house. Wrecker's like, it won't help.
He's sad, Wrecker.
And she's like, I'm sorry about Goggles. I always liked him. And she's like, it's not even, you can't even call them by their real name. She's like, I like Goggles.
I like Goggles.
I'm like, well, that's great. Wear some.
Where's Bandana?
Where's Bandana? And then she's
Did
like,
she have a name for Echo? I don't remember.
Nubbin.
That's her little loving nubbin.
Nubbin. And then Wrecker comes in. She goes, oh, here comes Horse Dick. Now we know who his Jenny is.
Yeah, there it is. We figured it out. We called it.
We did call it.
Spoiler
And then-
alert, I guess.
I do love how Gonky's still there.
Yeah, well, Gonky's going nowhere.
Yeah,
He's-
they're like
he's over
Gonky
there-
honking.
Gonky honking.
Like, what is it? And it's Echo in there. It's like, what is it? And Echo goes out and you see some ships flying over. There's an Imperial cruiser overhead with the V-Wings. It's like, Hunter, do you copy? Wrecker? They've been jammed.
Mhm.
Like, you see, he sits, he's looking at the screen to see if they've been jammed and runs his finger over it and goes,
I was just thinking
Strawberry.
the same thing. Oh man, I need to watch that again.
I do
It's
too.
been
That
too
might be a
long
good
since I watched
movie, that one.
Spaceballs. Yeah.
He's like, they're jamming our comms. Donkey's just honking, and he's like, no, you stay here. He's like, I'll find them, and he goes running out, and as AZ is going back, and Sid keeps looking at the door with her arms crossed, and she's unusually quiet, and he's like, what's with you? And she's like, I tried to look out for you boys. the minute she said that, but you got too much heat on you and you brought it here to my place of business. The minute she started saying that, I knew she sold them out. We called that from the get-go too. We called that at the beginning of the season.
Yep.
We knew this would happen because she can't be trusted. Anything for $1.
That she worked her way through there.
Yep. And then she's like, I had to make the best of a bad situation. And that's the thing. Sid's a survivor. And Wrecker goes, what did you do? He's like, sorry, Muscles. The door's open and in come the clone commandos and they stun Wrecker. Doesn't affect him. He runs after him. And instead of stunning, they're firing real blasters at Hunter.
Yeah.
He's like, take the mining tunnels, go find Echo. And Omega's like, you're injured, I'll stay here. And he's like, Omega, you and AZ need to go. That's an order. And he gives her space loot. It's her bow.
It's like something off of a Zelda game, honestly.
It opened up. Oh, it opened up the passage. It opened up the passage.
It did.
It's the whistle. Yes. And as he goes, Omega, we must keep moving. And she's like, I can't do it, AZ. Okay, this is very remnant of the season finale of season 1 when they were trapped under the water. And AZ was AZ and Omega again. And she's like, I already lost tech. And she's like, I'm not going to lose them too. So she starts climbing back up. She's like, come on. You see the clone commandos beeping at the pad, and then the door explodes, and they're dead. Hunter's done at this point. He's like, now he's protecting something. So he's out for kills. And there's Hemdick, Dicklock, Dr. Hemlock. They're surrounded by clone commandos, and all these blasters click. And he's like, very good, Hunter. And he's like, you don't need to use your enhanced senses to know you're outnumbered. Or you don't need to know.
Yeah.
You're outnumbered.
Hunter. Why?
Yeah.
I mean,
the Empire thanks you for your assistance. And here comes Sid, and he hands her some creds. And he's like, our business is done. Leave.
Take your blood money.
Take your blood money. And she's like, this doesn't even cover parking.
This feels so wrong.
It's like, do you validate? And, if you look, I mean, Wrecker is looking defiant back there.
Yeah. He's pissed.
He's pissed. Sid's walking out with her head down, and Hunter watches her go, and he is just pissed. Just show Sid doesn't care about anyone.
Excuse me. She feels, I mean, you can see remorse in her face. There's like, she did what she thought she had to do, which was a terrible thing to do. Doesn't mean she doesn't feel bad about it, but still, boo.
And basically he's telling, here's where it's going to go. You're going to lower your blaster, hand over Omega, and I'll allow you to keep breathing, which we know he won't.
Yep.
Like, Omega's not going anywhere with you. He goes, oh, well, who knew clones are so paternal? And he called it. And he's just like fascinating. So I think he wants to dissect Hunter's brain, personally.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. Like, let me get all up in that cranium.
Yeah, he's like, who we missing? Who's like, oh yes, Tech. He's trying to provoke him.
Yeah.
Wrecker's going, and one of the troopers hands him Tech's goggles. He goes, I'm afraid this is all we could salvage. Consider it a gift. He throws it to Hunter. And Hunter's just pissed, and he's scoffing. He's like, to lose one of your own must weigh heavily on you as their leader. And he's just trying to provoke Hunter, is all it is.
Yeah.
And if you don't lower the blaster now, you lose yet another. And then they, click, click. Get ready to kill Wrecker. Hunter knows what he has to do.
Yeah. He's got to lower he's not in a good spot.
No.
He picks up Tech's glasses, his goggles, and you see, the lenses are busted out of one, completely cracked on another. And Hemlock's telling, good decision, wise decision, very condescendingly. They cuff him, take him out. And so this whole time, Omega's watching from the vents up high. One of the other troopers, they swept the room.
Yep.
Can't find her. Hunter says she's not going with you. She's not going anywhere with you. And this just a creepy, but then you see there's more. That sacrifice is the theme here. Like Hunter just sacrificed himself to make sure Omega gets out safe.
Mm-hmm.
There's a decent chance he could have taken a lot of them out, but Wrecker would have probably been done for. And now we see the Empire making their way in. You see some AT-ATs. Say AT-AT or at? Yeah,
ADSTs.
ADST because it's the two-legged.
Yep.
And
the
so
chicken walkers.
The Empire has now moved in on Mantell, rounding people up. But we have Omega has showed herself now, and she's got a bead on him with a little bow.
And Hemlock's like, "How about an exchange?" And she's looking. She sees Wrecker and Hunter looking at her. It's like, "If you come with me, your friends will live.
Come with me if you want to live."
Yeah, it's like, I don't believe you. I didn't come here for them, Omega. I came to return you to Nala Say. She's trying to use her mom as, leverage. Like, he's lying. They killed all the Kaminoans. He's like, no, she's alive.
Mm-hmm.
She's well cared for, as you will be. She's like, I'm not going with you. And he's like, Omega, look out. Commando drops behind her and stuns her.
That was a different one because he had the yellow markings.
Yep.
With the blue visor.
He's one of the commanders.
One of the commanders. Okay. Commander or commando?
Commander. Yeah, commander, commando.
He's a commando commander.
Commander.
Doctor.
Commander. Next thing you know, they capture her, and you see Echo and AZ.
Yeah.
Dropping in. He's like, what did AZ say? Is it AZ or Azzy?
I'm not sure. He said they can't sneak past him. He kind of looks like, does he kind of look like ET, like a droid version of ET to you?
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Azzy, go home.
He goes to, because he's like their medic droid, right? So he just sees him hurt and is like, ouch.
Ow. That's great. Next thing you know, we hear. Hold on, we went too far.
Never go too far.
Oh, we do.
Yep.
I see the AT-ST walking, stormtroopers behind them. They're like, troopers everywhere. We cannot sneak past them. And Echo goes, then we will do the opposite.
Yeah,
so
no
he's not
sneaking.
going to try and sneak past them.
No sneaky this time.
Mm-mm. No sneaky, sir. You hear a blaster fire, and you see the chicken walker, classic move, firing upon the stormtroopers that are there.
Yeah.
The gunship starts taking off, but they disable it with the chicken walker. Wrecker breaks his bonds, opens up Hunters, and does what he does best.
Rex.
He's
just wrecking stuff. Oh, they punched him right in his neck collar.
Ow! Well, good thing he's padded for their pleasure. Then you see Hemlock loading up Omega with the commandos. And you see another chicken walker come and starts taking out the one that Echo has.
Yeah.
Makes
a quick move and escapes. Yeah.
Yep. And where's Omega? And it's like, Imperials took her, Hemlock. We got to go get her back. And they're surrounded.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, they're looking up top. They see a walkway.
Yep. I think it's where he came down from earlier. Kind of looks like it.
It might be. Next thing you know, they're right above the gunship, and they fire on their own gunship and kill it. The Imperials do, which I don't really get.
They're not that smart sometimes.
But, yeah, that's true.
So Hunter sees Hemlock taking off with Omega. He knows that she's in that ship. And so they're like, well, we got to go. So now it's the match scramble to find something to fly out on.
Now there's a firefight. We could explain it to you. It's a firefight. Just picture it in your head. They're running.
They're running through the hangars. Are they back on the
Everywhere.
Marauder?
Yeah.
Okay. So they get back to the Marauder. They fly off. And in pursuit. It's smoking a little bit. It's taking some damage.
They hit the engine.
Yeah. And you see all
There's multiple
yeah,
Imperial ships there. The cruisers.
the yeah. They're not the big boys, but the low orbit big
Light
boys.
cruisers. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they're in pursuit. So we could have taken Omega anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Wrecker is holding Tech's goggles. They look back in the back of the ship and see Omega's little play area back there, or little spot.
A little loft cat.
Yep. And Hunter says, we're going to get her back. And we're not going to stop searching until we do.
Robots.
So we cut to them like arriving with Omega. I keep forgetting the name of the Tantus.
Tantus. What? Mount Wundagore?
Maybe. No.
That's
No.
what the
God dang it. I
evolutionary
like you
is.
had him for a second. Like it sounded familiar enough for me to be like, maybe. Like, wait a minute. No.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
Pietro.
I got it now.
Yeah.
Whatever. Make fun of me.
Whatever. Next thing you know, they're off the ship, and there's Hemlock and their Nalase shows up with
Emery.
Yep. So like, let Emery see her injuries. She's like, this way.
Honestly,
And she looks
sad.
at Nalase, yeah. And she looks at Nalase, and she's like, why did they bring me here? And then they push her. Nalase doesn't say a word because she knows what's going to happen.
Do you think there's still a chance she's force sensitive and that's what they're trying to find? I mean, because that's what they were trying to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he's like, your prime minister said you had a attachment to the young clone. Perhaps now you will reconsider working on the Emperor's project. He's threatening her. Is what's happening.
And she looks all sad. She's going. You can't see it with the beard, but her,
no, it's especially if you're listening to this.
yeah, their bottom lip pooching out a little bit. She's doing. She gave the sad face. Look.
She's like, she goes, what he seeks is not possible. And he's like, make it so. Number 2. Like, if you refuse or fail, Omega will suffer the consequences. And, this is forced labor now at this point.
Yep.
Omega walks into the room with all these things that we don't know what they're. We know that there's probably a clone of something in these Bacta tanks. And she sees She sees clones on the table. Table's strapped in, not moving. And then she sees Sharpshooter, and she's like, Crosshair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you want to call him by the right name.
If you want to call him by the real name, yeah.
Like Crosshair. Like giving him wet willies. He's still not waking up. So she draws a dick on his forehead, on his cheek. Says insert wiener here.
Oh man.
It's like Emery says he's recovery. I tried to warn him what would happen if he did not cooperate with the doctor. And Omega says, I want to talk to Nalase. And Emery says, ironic. You trust the Kaminoan, but not me. And Omega goes, I don't know you. And she goes, no. She takes off her goggles. She says, you might know me better than you think. We're sisters, Omega.
Bum, bum, bum.
So now we know what adult Omega is going to look like. Mm-hmm. We also know there was another female clone created.
At least one. Yeah. So this whole time, we thought that Omega was the only female clone, but we were wrong.
You were totally wrong.
Well, maybe not, because she is older than the batch. And so, right? Didn't we that was established that she's actually older. I think we
established that.
Because she doesn't age as fast. And so Emery could actually be younger.
Yeah. I don't know, but honestly, I did not see that one coming at all.
No, that's going to play big. I mean, it ended the season with that statement, so it's going to be huge come season 3.
Yeah.
And so
it makes me wonder if she's going to help or not.
I don't know. Like she's highly intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe she got a lot of the good stuff, but just not all the good stuff that they were trying to get. Let's talk about tech really quick. Let's do that together. So I started with that earlier. Is he alive or is he not?
I think he's alive. I do not think he's dead. I think he is in one of those clone trooper armors. Or the commando.
You think he's one of the commandos? So you think he bonked his head and they reworked him?
I think he figured out some way to survive this, and when they went searching for it, he took out one of them and put on the armor. I think that's how he's going to get them back.
So,
I mean, that's a far stretch, but I don't think he's dead at all.
I'm fine with either outcome. Like, of course, I would like him to be alive and see the story wrap up nice and clean. But also, if he's not, I like that they took that route, because Star Wars isn't afraid to kill off people.
No,
they always come back like you have Force Ghosts and all this stuff. But to me, if there's no risk of a major character dying off, it softens it some.
Yeah.
Right. Like, oh, they're going to survive everything. They always survive. Like, well, maybe not. You know, you lose one of your main ones, and that really adds some meat to it.
Right.
Now, to twist off of your theory that he found a way to survive, I think that if he's alive, that Hemlock actually has him somewhere. Like you said, like you thought he may be in an armor, and that's how he's surviving. I think he could be maybe in one of the Bacta tanks, or he's off somewhere. So Hemlock is a manipulator. You saw that whenever he got Wrecker and was using Wrecker to get Hunter, and then Wrecker and Hunter to get Omega. He just keeps stepping it up. You know, like you want your friends to be okay, then here's this. And so I think that was his angle. Like he's still alive, but he knew that bringing those goggles along with him and saying that he's dead was enough to try to goad them into doing something irrational or giving up.
Yeah.
And so I think that I think there's a possibility he's alive, but Hemlock has him captured and stowed off the side, or he's just dead. That would be the simple solution. Like he's just,
that would be the simple.
That was a long ways down. I don't know how.
I don't want him to be, because I love Tech so much. And yeah. I really don't think that they killed him.
I think what we'll see, if he is alive, we'll either find out immediately at the beginning of the next season, and so it'll show how he survived the fall, or we'll find out it'd be immediately, mid, or end. Like it won't be like some random filler thing.
Right.
And so
what do you all think? Give us your thoughts and comments. Let us know what you think, and let's see who's right.
Yep. We'll find out in about a year.
Mm-hmm. Like I'd really, really like to know what you guys think.
I do want to see how this wraps up. I'm very, 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 very curious. So
I am too.
So let us know.
Let us know what you think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Next episode, Chris and B-Rob go to Dallas.
Yep. So
we can call it the Dallas Guyvers Club or something.
And that no one ever comes to, literally.
Yep.
Yeah. So let us know what you think. And you all, I know it's starting to heat up. Try and keep cool.
Stay hydrated.
If you guys are taking vacations or doing anything cool this summer, let us know in the community. Yeah. And I do want to reiterate something, because not really an incident, but more something happened that our community is a safe community to be yourself in.
Yeah.
If you want to like something, they may give you some razzing, but it's all in good fun. No one is actually mean in the community and means it. Like, we're not here to shame you for anything. It's a safe place.
Yeah.
So, and again, we'll say this every episode in June, but happy Pride Month.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it is.
So,
it is.
Yeah. It's Pride Month.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, this has been Every Man's Guide to Nerddom. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle. And wherever you guys are, please have a great morning, evening, nighttime, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And please be good to each other.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Nerdcore,
See ya.
rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be just a made up word.